till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz, catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. 2nd and 4. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
Let's go. 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the flash. Watch the flash.
To throw on 3rd down. Bentley going to look deep for Jeffrey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Check 52.
Ready? From the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Five. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And an alley to run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike,
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Patch it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Here we go. 60 or. 59. Stay with your man. Slam. 61. Matchbox light.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I'm here all day. Strong right.
We got though.
We got 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bentley. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Protein spill. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
50's a month.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go. 30 base. General West.
3 down. Hey,
Look at me. Score.
check nickel.
Let go.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the double.
Mike, check. 59. Yeah. You don't want none.
Quickstone, Travis.
Hey, check 24. Say.
Now.
On 1st down, Bentley eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw again, Bentley. That's caught by Jackson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 37. Check.
Who draw Porter?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill.
Hey, Delta.
Take 4.
You're out. Be friendly.
Jones now throwing on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Get it.
Now Jones under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Hey, Haywood.
50, Mike, 50.
Topper.
I'm going to run you over. Watch twist.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the shit.
Ready.
Now Jones on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Bullet high.
Coleman. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Back to throw. Bentley. And Jeffrey's got it. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Bentley. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the all spot on. How about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He may try and run for this.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Look at me. Zipper. Gone. Fight.
From the gun, Jones. Steps away to his left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
10 over.
Brings up 2nd and 8. The Eagles' 27-yard line.
Protein spill.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
You're not ready.
General West.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And this one's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Looking to throw. Bentley. It's brought in by Jeffrey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 5. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on 1st down, Bentley. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Coleman now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit.
Mike, check, 59.
Fire.
Operating from the gun, Bentley. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. This is Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Here comes the ball.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Saquon Barkley running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
218, chop it.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 32 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
Leo.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
70, Indy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bentley, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Lynch drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. $12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Bullet high.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
80 weapons.
Jones now operating from the gun. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
60 Pittsburgh. 22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers.
On first down, Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
61, Matchbox Lights.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check your hot read.
Now Jones on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Jones. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Second and 9 now. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I've been talking about offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Second down in inches. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Bentley completes it to Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Looking to throw. Bentley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Bryant's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. And now off to the races, down the right side. That one good for 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.